So in the first one we got Doubling Season, which probably is going in Rin and Seri. Let's be fair. I want to be nice. The Doubling Season's probably going in Rin and Seri.
Which is my deck, not his.
Yeah.
Which annoys him a little bit.
Darksteel Forge was our other good money card that we pulled. I'm using that absolutely for Brutaclad, so I can make everything indestructible. Because you know what's super fair? When all my stuff can't be destroyed by your stuff. That's super fair.
You know the rule. Those decks only get to be played against me once.
I know.
When we get more people, you can play them. But when it's just against me, it's really mean.
Fair enough. So, Kaderin's going to be opening this up, and we're just going to do card by card. Very excited for this.
We've been good. We got these a few days ago.
Okay.
Okay, so first we have Weapon Surge. It's an instant for 1 red. Reads target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Overload, 1 in a red. Means you may cast this spell for its overload cost. If you do, change its text by replacing all instances of target with each.
So, for Overload, 1 and a red, you get each creature you control +1/+0 and first strike. That's good. If you have a bunch of dudes and you're attacking, everything having first strike at instant speed, pretty good. Not the best Overload card, let's be fair. Cyclonic Rift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know Cyclonic had one. I haven't really been paying attention to.
No one ever really casts it for the 2 cost because it's return target thing to a person's hand for 2, but everyone pays the 7 to return everything they don't own because it's just like, I have stuff, you don't have stuff. That way it's fair. Cyclonic Rift, because it's not banned yet.
Woohoo! Alright, moving on. Okay. So we have Clear Shot, 2 and a green for an instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and it deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control.
So, it's not fight, because fight means they hit back. This is punch. You punch their thing, you make your thing a bit bigger. I kind of want this for Gleemax, so Gleemax can, like, attack, and he can punch 2 things. Gleemax is great. I love Gleemax.
And then, isn't there a card in there? You have a card in there that takes that punch, turn to 2 punches, turn to 3 punches.
Yes. Gleemax is just going to punch everything.
All the punching.
And he gets +1/+1 for each one of those, so...
Such a violent, sparky dinosaur.
Yeah.
Not dragon, dinosaur.
Dinosaurs are just dragons without wings. It's okay.
Alright,
What
next
is
thing
this?
we have Heartless Pillage is what it's called. It is a sorcery. This is one of the newer ones. I recognize the art from a release from the Magic Facebook page.
Cool.
And it reads, target opponent discards 2 cards. And it also has raid. If you attacked this turn, create a treasure token.
So Mind Rot is the exact same cost, and target opponent discards 2 cards. So this is that exact card with a tiny upside of you getting a treasure token. Treasure tokens you can sacrifice for mana, which is neat. So it's just strictly better Mind Rot. Art's kind of weird. Is that a hand?
Yeah, it's a guy standing on a hand, and he's taking the dude's knife.
Oh.
It's a Heartless Pillage.
Ooh, very
Come
nice.
on
Okay.
now, really? You really need to start reading.
Urza Land.
Urza's Tower. Tap for 1 colorless. If you control an Urza's Mine and an Urza's Power Plant, add 3 colorless instead.
So
We got Urza's Power Plant in one of the other packs.
we did, and we almost have all 3. So these are really cool because if you have all 3 out, they tap for 7, and you can do that as early as turn 3. So, like, tapping for 7 on turn 3, you can play some really powerful artifacts and planeswalkers with that.
Especially when you're doing a colorless deck, they tend to be very expensive, from what I've seen.
Oh, yeah. Because colorless is you can do anything you want, but you have to pay a ludicrous amount of mana for it. Mm-hmm. And these help you. Plus, the art is really pretty.
It looks like the Tatooine.
Yes, it really, really does. And just like...
Yep. It looks like Tatooine.
You have like R2-D2 and C-3PO over here. It's great.
Okay, that was really sad. That's more like Chewbacca and Solo because they don't look droidish. And there is 2 suns, so I'm starting to wonder if Wizards of the Coast were being very pointed.
Hey, this is totally not stolen. That's a common?
Yes.
That's a common. Wow, I didn't know.
We haven't hit the
uncommons yet.
Pretty colors yet.
Cool. Alrighty.
Okay, so moving on. Okay, we have Iker.
Yep.
Iker, okay. Wellspring, it's an artifact for 2. When Iker Wellspring enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Interesting.
So
it's just a card draw.
Yes, this is the go-to artifact where you play it to blow it up. You have a bunch of... Usually red likes to blow up artifacts. This is one that's just like, please blow me up, please. Because you'll get to draw an additional card from it. By itself, it's just draw a card for 2 mana, which is okay. But if you can blow it up, what?
Our glorious infection has taken hold from Alshnorn, Grand Cenobite.
Yes, she is the White Praetor. I don't think I've shown you those yet. They're really, really cool cards. She is a 4/7 for 7. She gives all your creatures +2/+2. All creatures you don't control -2/-2. So.
I don't know why Alshnorn sounds familiar. I don't know why.
I think you saw it on game nights.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
We've watched a lot of those. They blur.
Yeah. Josh playing Vidalcan Orrery.
Yeah.
Over and over. It's in every deck. Like, it's not... It was a joke at first, and now it's just like, dude, stop playing the card.
It got so bad with that, is that I kept thinking, you had that card. I'm like, yeah. You have this card. It's like, no, you were... I was sorting Gleemax's Magic cards for him while watching Game Night. Yeah. And they blended in my brain. It was wonderful. Yeah. Alright, then we have Cloud Reader Sphinx, 4 and a blue for a Sphinx, 3/4 with flying, and it reads when Cloud Reader Sphinx enters the battlefield, scry 2.
Then goes on to explain what. We got this in our dollar store packs. Mm-hmm. So that feels bad. Because these packs cost a lot more than $1.
We have like 6 copies of this particular Sphinx. I know, because every time I see it, I go, that is an ugly Sphinx.
Yeah, the face is just
no offense,
bad.
I'm sure the artist took a lot of time to make it, but it just looks really weird.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on. We have a Chromatic Star for 1. It's an artifact. You pay 1 and you tap it, and you add 1 mana of any color.
You also have to sacrifice it to do that. So pay 1, tap, and sacrifice it to get 1 mana of any color.
Yes, sorry. And then when it is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. I don't like that.
Oh, the fact it sacrifices itself?
The fact that you have to pay for it to sacrifice it to get a mana from it.
Oh.
If you are that desperate.
It's usually in an artifact deck where you just need 1 of a color.
Mm-hmm.
And this just counts as another artifact, and it'll get you the one color that you need, because you only ever have like, I need 1 single red. That's it, and then I can cast everything else. So it helps you with it. It's also a really good card for the Urzatron decks. So it's nice. It's played in modern.
Pardon me? Urzatron?
Oh, I didn't explain this. When you have all 3 of the Urza lands together, they call it Urzatron.
Oh, it has a name.
It does.
Wow, fancy.
Yeah.
So fancy. Yep. Okay, moving on. Giant Sleeve Artisan is a dwarf artificer, 2/2 for 2 and a white, and it has Fabricate 1. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on it, or create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token.
So most of the time you're making the servo, right?
What's a servo?
It's a 1/1 artifact creature token.
It's like there's nothing special about it. It's just called a servo.
It's just called a servo. I think like it's the default mini robot. Like Thopters are the default mini robot tokens that fly. These ones don't fly. I guess sometimes you'll get the 1/1 counter on it, but most times. What does this flavor text say?
Shine bright bolts type. They were stretching.
Yeah, that's that.
We need a flavor text for this.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. You have 5 minutes. Okay.
Moving on. Oh, Pongify. Again, for 1 blue. It's an instant. Destroy a target creature. It can't be regenerated. Its controller creates a 3/3 green ape creature token. I've actually used him because he was the only thing in my hand.
You've had the frog lizard one too. Rapid
Yes.
hybridization, I think it's called. This one is just like, that's a very nice Gleemax you have there. It would be a shame if it turned into a large ape.
It reminds me of War of the Apes, honestly.
Uh,
Planet of the Apes, not War of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, yes. Caesar over here. It's a good card.
Again, it comes in handy when you've got nothing better to do. Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez.
Text much. Treasure Keeper for 4. He's an artifact creature construct, 3/3. Okay. Lordy. Here we go. When Treasure Keeper dies, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card with converted mana cost, 3 or less. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put all revealed cards not cast this way on the bottom of your library in a random order.
So, basically when it dies, Cascade.
Pretty much. But they couldn't just put that. They
No.
had to use a lot of words. Like,
No.
we have this much space. Okay. Challenge accepted.
Okay, we already ran out of flavor text on the last card. We were getting super desperate. Let's just fill it with words. That's a lot of words. That's our second uncommon too. It's a good card.
It does a good thing.
Yeah.
So.
The cute owl.
Yes, we have him in foil, actually. We got him in foil in the other pack.
Yes, we did.
Yep. Artifact creature bird, 2/2. It's for 4 cost. Has flying. Historic spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Blech. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic.
Question. He would make the chromatic star that we got earlier in the pack free. Would that make it better if the card was free to cast, but you still had to pay 1 and sacrifice it to get a colored mana out of it?
No.
No?
I don't know. I like having just straight up, this is my mana. This is my land.
Okay.
There you go.
I love the art on this. He has giant owls. He has giant owls.
I was gonna say, I'm just like, are you talking about the guy on the ship? Because I mean, it looks like a normal sized owl.
No, he has the goggles, and I do like the goggles.
There you go.
All right, what do we got next?
All right, let's see. I'm trying not to bend these. It's very hard. Rage Reflection. This is kind of the thing of Double Masters.
Yeah,
the mirror image, which I'm sorry, it took me way too long to put that together. I'm sitting there, I'm like, why is there 2 on everything? It doesn't say anything about there being 2. I felt dumb. So, it's 4 red for an enchantment. It is one of our rares, and it says creatures you control have double strike. Ooh. I like that.
That might actually fit into Renan's area. Just give all your cats, all your dogs double strike. It's not like a conditional thing. It's not like when they're attacking, they always have double strike.
Yeah.
What does the flavor text say?
Make every blow count. Again, flavor texts are getting pretty.
Yeah.
We need flavor.
How much do you want to bet? Instead of the artists like drawing both halves of the art, they're just like, all right, I'm going to draw half and I'm going to flip it.
Well, there's a button for it, so why the hell would you fight? I mean,
right?
If there's a button.
It's like, look, I pay for Photoshop. I'm photoshopping it. I don't care. All right, second rare.
Here we go.
Ooh, this is really, really good.
Noble Hierarch. It's a human druid 0/1 for a green. Exalted is what it has. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Oh, and you can tap it for any 3 colors of mana.
Yep.
Chewy.
Yeah, this would be great in Chewy. It taps exactly for Chewy's colors. Exalted is really good, especially if you're attacking with like one big thing like you tend to do in Chewy. It'll give it an additional +1/+1. It's a really good card. It's also an expensive card. I think it's like a $20 card, so I'm very happy with that.
So really don't bend this one. Okay, good
Ooh.
to know. Ooh, sliding. Foils. Okay, so we have hit the foils.
Yep. 2 rares and 2 foils in every pack.
Yes, I know. Angels of the Dawn for 4 and a white. 3/3 angel. So it's pretty straight up this angel flying. When the Angel of Dawn enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance until end of turn. Pretty simple. I actually really like the art on this.
I was going to show off the foily on it.
I don't know if you can fully see it on this camera, but oh yeah, okay, there it goes. It's actually a really good card for foil. In my opinion, it works well with her.
Oh yeah, that is super pretty.
See, I understand the whole foils or Pringles and things like that, but I find them really pretty. So.
Yeah. And our second foil.
Cast down for 1 and a black. It's an instant, pretty straightforward. Destroy target non-legendary creature.
So it can't kill a commander, but for 2 mana you get to kill basically anything else.
I find killing a commander, unless it's like something really big, is kind of I mean, if you can kill it, but don't go out of your way of using target creature destroys on those.
It's best to be like, okay, you have your commander and a bunch of other stuff, destroy everything, and then you'll get the commander as well.
Exactly, because the commander can always come back. Other things can't.
Yep. Oh, and there's a servo.
That's a servo. Oh, okay.
Just want to show off the foil on this. This is also pretty good.
It's not horrible.
No.
Shiny.
Yeah.
The guys in the back kind of look really dead, and it's unfortunate because they're supposedly killing the one guy, and they look dead.
Everyone's
Black
dead.
cards, everybody. And a servo. So this is what this is. It's kind of like a Thopter, except for I don't really want to say serve.
Feather mucker.
Yeah. Every time.
Yeah.
So we got a few good ones.
The Noble Hierarch pays for the pack by itself, which is great. The double strike on everything pretty much just goes in Rin and Seri, right?
And then we've got the Urza, which is actually kind of cool.
The Urza land I'm probably going to put in my trade binder. Pognify is a good card. The Star is also a good card. That's probably going to get into my...
Pognify I wouldn't say is good. It's a last resort. And I do like what Rage Reflection does.
It's good in blue because blue can't kill stuff, but it's just like, okay, I'm going to replace it with something else. Blue's good for that.
Rage Reflection is okay. It's a little expensive for a double strike. I'd rather it be like, pay that much and get Death Touch.
Or double strike and Death Touch.
Yes.
Because with first strike and Death Touch, I'm hitting you first, and I'm killing you before you can hit me. It's a really nice combo.
Yes.
But I'm quite happy with that. That was a good pack.
Yeah, we did get one nice cost out of it, which is great. Of course, nothing will beat when I cracked, what is it? The blue one.
Rustic Study.
Yes, I cracked Rustic Study out of a jump start, and then I used it in the game.
That is the most frustrating card to play against.
Tap, 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 tap. That's all you do.
Do you pay the one? Do you pay?
The entire game, all you're doing is just tap, 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 tap.
It's like, hey, I see you're doing a thing. Do you pay to one? Tap, tap. Do you pay to one? I see you doing another thing.
You don't even have to say anything. You just stare at the person and go, tap, tap. Anyway, that was a good pack. Not horrible.
we want to thank everyone for watching our videos. Definitely appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and more content coming in the future.